Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are still working a little bit on our economy. We are hoping that these will rebel quite soon. In fact, they are 5 months and 21 months, and that is exactly what we want. We want them to rebel because we need to construct structures up here. Specifically, we need to construct 2 granary buildings here, and we also need to construct a grand theater building here. So this is going to rebel very, very soon. Beautiful. In fact, we're going to want to raise up our levies right now. We're going to split them in half. Just like that. And that'll be fine. We're going to move these guys up over here. And I want to check supply weights. What is the supply weight? 33? We can have one of them sit here for the time being. And then the other one we could have sit up over... These are some pretty grim supply limits over here. I'm going to be real honest. We could have it sit over here. I mean, we'll have to split them up further. There's no doubt about that, but that'll be okay for now. So this rebellion will happen in 3 months here, and that's great. We're really, really happy about that. Iran is also going to rebel afterwards, but Caucasian Albania is going to rebel first, and that will allow us to build that grand theater over here, which is, of course, this one. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So once we're done with growth of Albania, then we will continue on our mission tree. We'll see what we have available. Of course, we need to hit, I believe it was Civic Advancement 4 to be able to build roads. And I'm not sure if levies can actually build roads. But maybe they can. Heated debates in the court are not uncommon, especially where so many prominent members of society are involved. Lately, a wave of xenophobia has swept across Armenia, resulting in foreign values being regarded with great distrust. All in attendance at today's debate agreed, however, that Vagarsh Manawazian crossed the line today when he accused King Vahan, our new king here, of indulging in barbaric Kabbalion practices. Oh my. We could gain Wise. What would that actually net us? Need to be over here. There we go. That doesn't actually have an additional tooltip. Cool. Okay. Oh, it's right here. I'm a moron. National citizen output plus 3% is actually really good for right now. Or we could gain Rash, which would be the opposite. We're going to turn the other cheek. Fantastic. So that'll help our citizen output. And Albania is, of course, rebelling. This was fully expected. And we are going to send a unit. Honestly, this is super simple. We're going to send one unit here and the other unit here. Apparently we can't go up into Absheron due to the fort's control. Right. That would be the case, but that's okay. We know that their troops aren't over here. This is fine. Iran will also rebel in a number of months, and that's good. We actually do want that, so that's great. We're going to go ahead and build a farming settlement anywhere where we have that. Actually, let's go back and check slave estates. Local slave output, monthly food modifier. Yeah, that's not actually super helpful. I guess we could just go with the monthly food modifier, but I would rather build farming settlements first. So let's just do that. We have a lot of farming settlements that we can build. Slave settlements are kind of the fallback, in my opinion there. Or slave estates, rather, are kind of the fallback. Mines first, then farming settlements, then slave estates, in my opinion, for working your economy settlements. So that'll be fine. We are making our way up here, and we haven't seen any enemy forces just yet. That's great. We're very pleased about that. So in we go. Our troops have arrived. Vahan Polypershid was killed in a freak accident. He was the governor of Albania. Well, considering that Albania just rebelled, he's probably not very good at his job, is he? We're going to put Zara in here. And what will that actually do to the provincial loyalty here? It's still going down by a decent chunk. Okay, sounds good. So we now know that they don't hardly have any troops. Should be fine. We'll need to get this fort under control. Some say that throughout Armenia there's one constant. The deeds and character of Verazvagan or Nduni precede him, from the villas of the capital to the shabbiest border town. Verazvagan has risen to great prominence and position as a public servant and aristocrat, and through his legendary private soirees has the ear of everyone worth knowing in our capital. He could no doubt make a useful domestic ally. 56 gold. Rival him, or just lose 5 popularity. We'll lose the popularity, but I'm not super happy about that. And actually, now we can walk in here. So that's perfect. This will auto-cap back, at least until we start the siege here. But that's okay. We're at 10% war score already. And this will auto-cap a lot of stuff over here, I think. Cool. Seklada, huh? For now, we're going to decline that offer. What would that offer actually give us? Oh, they wanted to just give us, like, this settlement only? That's insane. No, we're not going to do that. Hard pass. So, this capital here, what is that a capital of? Like, this is the actual capital, right? And that's what's going to be needed to auto-cap all this. I don't know. Little strange, but regardless, this is fine. We're not going to have any problems here. Xenophobia again. This guy is accusing us of indulging in barbaric Cacoensian practices. Okay. Well, he's practically Saxonian. We do need the popularity and prominence, so we'll take that. Beautiful. This next rebellion is about 8 months away, so we're not going to be putting our levies down here. Albania wants peace right now. They're offering to just give us this settlement again. No. No, you don't get to be independent. That's not a thing. Why would they think that that's the case? That is never, ever going to be the case. We're 26% war score, and actually, war goal is ticking up for us. Nice, but not the end of the world. So once this fort falls, all of this will auto-cap, and then we're going to turn our eyes down over here. Of course, we're going to immediately start our construction in where is that? That's Udi Dorsey there. It actually disappeared from our tree. Fascinating. I wonder if it's going to come back. It should. Even if it doesn't, we're still going to do what it wanted us to do, which was to build a Grand Theater in Kamachia. But we'll see what happens here. Why were these guys occupying this? They're at war with our former allies down here as well. Well, they're not going to be able to get any territory over here. That's fine. And that might pull us into conflict with these guys, which wouldn't be the worst idea. Yeah, that would not be the worst idea. Depending on when this rebellion happened, right? That would be the big question. Which is going to be in 2 months. We're going to move down over this way. No point in sitting up over here for the moment when we definitely need to head down over here. They're still trying to give us the same peace deal. No, go away. That is not going to happen. So this siege will wrap up very shortly. And there we go. We're going to let the looting be gentle. We don't want to kill our own populace. And we're at 40% right now. These guys are going to start heading down over this way as well. Autocap is happening. A struggle between the religious echelons of our society and the peasants has recently come into light, as the populace at large feel like the religious ceremonies are inaccessible and distant. On the other hand, our high priest and his attendants demand the distance needed to do their jobs properly, and and argument the peasants have no rights to the inner workings of our religious ceremonies. Appease both sides? Actually, yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to do that. Fantastic. So there's all of that, and Iran is now rebelling. Cool. I'm surprised that we're only at... Oh, these guys joined the same war. I gotcha. Okay. That's fine. For now, we're just going to do something like this. Cool. So we're going to move in and get this siege done. We'll arrive there fairly soon, and our second levy unit will arrive shortly thereafter. We can get ourselves another farming settlement, and we're going to continue to do the local monthly food modifier as a priority. Beautiful. We're actually going to catch one of these units, and the other one's going to move down over here. For now, we could actually chase... Well, we could have these guys, like, trade off. I think I'm just going to let them go for the time being. Okay, they're sieging over here. We'd have to go all the way around due to fort control. And that's okay. They're letting us do quite a bit of movement here by running back and forth. Fascinating. I don't know why they're doing that, but if they keep doing this, is it because I'm moving? Hang on, let's test this. They're moving up over here. I order this, and they move instantly. Oh my. Okay, we developed a strong camaraderie with this guy. Cool. Now that time he turned back around on his own. Okay. I think it was just coincidence. Slaves to Udi Dorsey is fine. We don't really care about that. And our fort will auto-cap this back. Or actually, not the fort, but just the city capital. So that's fine. Unfortunately, they are killing pops, which we are not necessarily okay with. In fact, we are quite not okay with them killing pops. Just come up over this way. We're at 21% in Udi Dorsey, so that should be reverting to our control very soon. Bahan has fallen ill. Mentagra, huh? Okay. He can seek treatment of his own volition. And in fact, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to seek treatment. We're going to head up over this way, see if we can catch this force. But at this point, I actually do expect the fort to fall before we catch them. We'll see what happens there, but that is certainly what I expect. 35% here. We'll see if it falls this tick. Probably not, but we are getting to the point where we do expect it to fall any tick now. And that'll be just fine. It's continuing to push up over this way. Oh, fascinating. We can actually cut across this way and go slightly quicker. Going back into his own territory. But we just sacked Udi Dorsey, and we're once again going to let the looting be gentle. This is our location. And we will auto-cap all of this. Beautiful. As soon as the auto-cap finishes, the war should be over. War such as it is. We'll sue for peace, and we're going to take everything here. Beautiful. And culture happiness is actually not necessarily a great thing to have. We're just going to take this one to have less culture unhappiness. And for this, yeah, we'll just do that. Cool. So now we can get rid of our levies. We did not inherit a war with these guys, so that's fine. We will go ahead and disband that. These guys are locked into motion, so we'll have to wait until they're done with that. And there we go. Now we can disband them. Perfect. And we'll come over here. I want to check. It did come back into the mission tree. Good. So we'll put in the Grand Theater over here, although we need the invention Gradual Economic Integration to do that. I assume that's a Civic advance? Maybe not. Oratory? Religious? Martial? Let me double check that. What was that requirement again? Gradual economic integration. Okay. I think I did that wrong. I think I put in graduated. Yes. Gradual. Here it is. Gradual economic integration. That's a ways down there, isn't it? That's quite a ways down there, indeed. At least 4 advances. Now we're going to have 4 advances relatively soon. There's no doubt about that. Interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. So that's going to be a bit. And we do, in this location, require 2 granaries. So we'll get those queued up immediately. And I do want to get these set over to religious conversion. Actually, I want to check 15%. Yes. Religious conversion and religious conversion. There we go. We'll get that underway. That will hopefully convert some of those pops over. And this one will rebel eventually as well. That's fine for now. Cool. So there's some progress on that front. That's going to allow us to finish Granary of Armenia. Now we should probably bank up our cash at this point. Ooh, 20 gold. Yep, the donation is much appreciated. Over a month's worth of income there. So we're going to bank up our cash for the Granary of Albania, of course. But then this one here, that's complicated, actually. A grand theater building. We do get a free province investment, which is always nice. But yeah, that's 5 advances there. That's a lot of advances. No doubt about that. I mean, there are a lot of advances that we want to get here, for sure. And I'm wondering is there a way to get these for gold as well? That's a daughter. Okay, sure. I don't believe that there is. There used to be a way to buy innovations for gold, but then they went to this innovation system, and I can't remember if there's any other ways other than getting the advancement to get an innovation. I think that there is not, if I recall correctly. But if I'm wrong, please correct me. We'll see. Of course, there are these decisions over here, but none of these are particularly useful for us at this exact moment. There's our administration here, not amazingly helpful either. So yeah, we definitely do need to fix our research efficiency. There's no doubt about it. 1,000,000%, that is something that needs to happen. For now, we're saving up our cash. And the question then becomes, how much do we actually care about spamming out the farming settlements at this exact moment? That is a good question. I think at this exact moment, we don't care a huge amount about that, and we may want to start working on our cities, specifically building things like libraries and academies. Happiness and desired ratio versus research points only. Okay. Interesting. So that's all something that we definitely want to think about. Our granary is finishing up over here in Udidorsi. So there we go. Now all we need for Granary of Albania is for this to be the capital. That's actually been changed. There we go. It used to be the capital. We'll get rid of the fort there as well. That is not necessary. And, I mean, yeah, this is dropping again. That's to be expected. Fully expected. Especially with the governor corruption here. Yikes. That's a lot of corruption. That is a whole lot of corruption. In fact, We could bring him to trial. We are not at 0 tyranny. I'm not really willing to do that at this exact moment, but for now, that's definitely something to think about. No doubt about that one. No doubt at all. So we do need to continue to work on our tech points. Yeah, we definitely need to work on our tech points. Research comes primarily from citizens. It feels like that tooltip hasn't been updated. Research comes primarily from nobles these days. Nobles provide research points. Citizens do also provide research points and manpower. Let's see. 2 nobles are providing 0.54 research points. Three citizens are providing 0.42 research points. So it's at like half the ratio. Nobles are better, for sure. No doubt about that. So that's fine. We are, of course, saving up to 600 gold. And we'll have that eventually. How long on these advances? I mean, we're still not going to have enough after this round of advances to get to gradual economic integration. That's for sure. So we'll need additional advances. Of course, we are behind time. 13 years behind time right now in our technology. And that's something that we need to work on. I think that after we're done with Granary of Albania, our goal needs to go to improving our research ratio for now. That is incredibly important to improve our research ratio, and I have kind of avoided doing it, so we do need to do it, for sure. We need 200 more gold, and then we're going to be able to get Granary of Albania. However, we can't finish this, even with that. Maybe we should do it now. So, we build an academy here, and if we would get our local happiness, or rather, maybe just sort by desired ratio. And I want to, for now, go to libraries and see research. Okay. So as long as it's over, I think, something like 0.1, we'll consider that worthwhile. So we'll build one in each of those locations. I'm not going to spam those out for the moment. And then we'll also think about academies. We don't care necessarily about the monthly civilization increase at this moment. What I'm mostly interested in is the local noble desired ratio. And the local noble happiness, I suppose. But all of these are, I think, decent. The industrious folk of Karazia Edentep have excelled themselves, contributing their own personal funds to develop the infrastructure of their fine city. We hope this attitude can be mirrored by some of our less loyal subjects. So they're getting a granary. Okay, and we're actually going to take the gold. Cool. Because we would like to build an academy there. Beautiful. So we'll get a few of those going. And this will help out our research ratio. Maximum efficiency cannot be higher than 125%, and we absolutely want to boost it up to there. So that'll be okay. We want to continue with our civic tech investment. Perfect. And we can now build a library, and I want to build this... Where exactly? What we wanted was the research, so it gets built here. Cool. Now we're going to be filling up these cities, for sure. And we'll take a look at that later on. For right now, the only thing that I'm interested in is bringing up our research ratio. This is incredibly important to us. And we can adjust things like housing a little bit later on once our research ratio is fixed. We want to get this done so that we don't continue falling behind in tech. That would be absolutely awful. So let's go ahead and do that, and that will be fine. It is, however, about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will continue to work on getting our research efficiency up, and that should come up fairly quickly, in theory. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.